pleasure to take you through the global incentives and the impact that they will have on your business. I hope that I'm not going to be teaching people things, well, in fact, I'm not going to apologise for teaching most of you what I believe you should already know, because when I joined the business, I wanted to know how you achieve those company holidays. I wanted to know that it was something that I could work towards, and I give you a perfect example. My mum was a manager in my business, and my mum said to me, I'm going to do chairman's bonus this year, Lise. I said, well, okay, mum. I said, I'll buy you a house if you do chairman's bonus. You're going to buy me a house? I said, I am, yeah. Why? I said, because there's no way on God's earth you're going to do chairman's bonus. She went, you can't say that to me. I said, I just did. I said, I'll tell you why you're not going to do chairman's bonus, Mum. I said, you tell me what you need to get a cheque. Oh, you know, them case credits. How many of them case credits do you need, Mum? Oh, I don't know, do I? And that's why we're not going to do it, Mum, because even if you do it, you'll have no idea that you've done it. So my first tip would be, if you want to be a chairman's bonus qualifier, an Eagle manager, or a global rally qualifier, do we agree that you have to understand what the qualification is, set the goal and get to work? So let's start then with Eagle manager. Do we have any Eagle managers that have already qualified at this point in the room? I'd be impressed if there is, because we're still a few months into the qualification period. We've still got some managers that are pushing for it for the next 4 months. Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of those. Perfect. So for you guys, you are still within the qualification period. For those of you that are in the room and are not yet manager, you might, only be a brand new assistant supervisor. I would at this point be making manager your goal to do that for the start of this qualification period, because as you can see, it starts on the 1st of May. To qualify for Eagle manager, the clue is in the title, we have to be a manager. So if I was brand new in the business, I'd be looking now thinking, right, we coach a 5-month to manager plan. I'm going to make it my goal to get to manager. So when the qualification period starts, I've got the full 12 months then to go at this to make sure that I've got enough time. Even if you get to manager in the July, August, September, you can still do it, but you're limiting the amount of time that you've got. So we have to be active. 4 of those case credits, we need to be doing those every single month. How? You've already heard that from your retail, from your personal use, and from sharing the business opportunity. 4 case credits is the minimum requirement in any business owner, and I think you should really make that your focus to make that a solid base every single month so that you know that that's done and dusted. It's not, in my opinion, it shouldn't be something that's a struggle to do. Just take the time to build it up and get your 4 so you've got it every month, because you need to be active and bonus qualified. So that means if you are a manager, you need your personal and non-manager case credits to be doing 12 case credits, and senior, it would be 8. So you've got to understand that. When I get to manager, what is it I need to be doing after that? Within the qualification period, so within the 12 months, you need to accumulate at least 720 case credits. That is 60 case credits every single month. A very average business in the UK is a 50 case credit business. And I'm sure lots of us in the room don't want to be average. We want to be above average. So it's 60 case credits. You need to know that it's 60 case credits to then draw it back and think, okay, how am I going to achieve those 60 case credits? How many of those case credits am I going to commit to? How many new people do I want to work alongside? How am I going to find those people? Goes back to work in your list. So we know that we need 60 a month. If, like I said, you go manager a little bit further on in the qualification period, still got plenty of time to do it, you're just going to need to do more every single month, and you'll be able to work that out. You're going to need at least 100 from new business. New business are the people that you sponsor into the business within that qualification period, and all of the case credits that they generate within their first 12 months. And that has to be 100 case credits. We're going to sponsor at least 2 people in the 12-month period that are going to get to supervisor, and we're going to help them do that. I think, again, it's about knowing your statistics. So if we say on average 1 in 5 people get to supervisor, surely then we need to be looking and thinking, okay, within this 12-month period, I need to work alongside 10 new people to help develop 2 supervisors. One of my frontline managers last year went into February without a single supervisor. Nobody that was even close, just a couple of people that were doing 4 case credits. She picked 2 people, and I'd give this advice to anybody. I'd pick 2 people that show potential, are at the trainings, they're turning up, they go into success days, and they're really prepared to get to work. And I would work in the pocket. I would do pup drop box with them. I would go with them to do it or help them put it together if that's what it takes. I would do the product launches. I would do the team's product launches. I'd get in front of their one-to-ones. I'd help them work and develop the who do you know list. And sometimes it might feel a little bit like you're really having to babysit these people, but that's what it takes. You hold their hand, and within the period, you get them to supervisor. Because all you need to qualify for this incredible trip is 720 case credits and 2 people that are committed to getting to supervisor. Is it just me, or does that not seem that difficult? It's more than achievable, do we agree? A few of this side of the room, you guys need to wake up. But it's there for everybody, absolutely everybody. And you've got to be supporting your meetings, which goes without saying. We should be at the business presentation every single week. What will Eagle Manager do for you? I've qualified for 2 Eagle Manager retreats now. The first one was in Cancun, and obviously we've recently, last year, been to Greece. You're going to get the opportunity to spend your time with like-minded people that have all worked equally as hard as you have to get to that trip. You're going to build friendships you didn't know existed. I extend and always take my family with me, so we have created some incredible memories. And it was only when I was in Greece that I was having breakfast, and I said to Eve, my little girl, she's 6, I said, Eve, what's been your best holiday, babe? Where is it? And I said to her, was it Greece? Was it Mexico? Was it Cancun? Was it America when we went there? Did you like Center Parcs the best? Which was your favourite one? And I stopped and I looked at my husband and I said, she's been to all these incredible places that prior to forever, we went to Lanzarote, to the same place every single year because it was the only place we could afford to go. It was the cheapest all-inclusive we could find. And it's only when I became friends with Ange, Ange said to me, do you realise it's not that great where you used to go on holiday? That was all we could afford. So to be able to say to a 6-year-old, which of all of these holidays is your favourite? And my little boy, who's 2, has been there with her. It's absolutely incredible. So what I want to do is, you can see there you've got a few pictures from when we first went to Cancun. But then the year after in Greece, there was lots of us. And I think the feeling of pride as a leader within your business, of being able to initially qualify on your own and then year on year help more and more people get there, watch your team spirit grow right before your eyes, is just magical. The training is second to none. And it's nice, especially in Greece. It felt very much for me like a UK success day. A UK, lots of speakers from the UK, and it showed that we are really a country that people want to follow because we're doing it right. But then listening to other inspirational leaders across the world share their tips that you can then take back and implement into your team. So I've got 2 glamorous assistants because we are going to have some Eagle qualifiers within the room, and I think it's nice to hear not only from myself but what it's done for their business. So I've got the lovely Yvonne and Nat. So can you stand up, and we'll have a massive round of applause for anybody that achieved Eagle this year in Greece. I think if you look around the room, first of all, you can see that they're just normal people and we can all achieve it. And I want to... What? No, not with a body like that. So we're going to hear from 3 people. So if you desperately don't want to speak, sit down. And I'll pick you. So Lindsay McNally, you stand right back up. That'll be you speaking first. Right, Linz, Yvonne's going to ask you some questions.
See, can't get away with nothing. So, Lindsay, what did qualifying for Eagle Manager and going to Greece mean to you?
It was just absolutely amazing to receive this free holiday. Just for working the business like they've asked you to do each day. I was able to take my friend Charlene with me as my +1. That was also an all-inclusive trip for her as well. And we just met the most incredible people. The training, the parties at night were just fantastic. And I can't wait to be on the boat this year again. It's just been an amazing journey. I started my journey with Forever 2 years ago on the 1st of March, and it's just been absolutely incredible. So thank you.
Well done, darling.
Thank you.
So Emma, the one thing that you think you brought home after the whole experience?
I think when we come into something like Forever, I'd never heard of network marketing or nothing like this sort of opportunity had come my way before. And I think when you come into it, you think, I will give it a bash, like I'll see how it goes. And you don't want to have that mentality, but you kind of do, I think, to start with, until you almost surprise yourself and think, actually, I was one of those people that thought this would never happen to me. And then when you go somewhere like Greece or like Joburg was amazing as well. And I kind of came back and I thought, as long as I just keep on doing what I did then I'll never have to miss out on this again. So it kind of created that self-belief that I don't think I had before. And I think that's probably what I took away from it, because it all just seems like a big dream. Like you see all these pictures on the holidays and you think, it can't be that good, but I promise you, it is. It's amazing.
Yvonne's at the back.
So, Sally, tell us, what was your favourite thing about the last Ego Manager retreat?
It just completely blew my mind. Oh God, so emotional. But I think it's a massive feeling of achievement and self-fulfillment to set your heart on something and to get it, but to know the only way you can get it is by helping other people. And then to get there and all these incredible, ordinary nutcases in the same place, there's something so powerful about being surrounded by such positivity and such beautifulness. So I'm going to cry now.
Thank you.
Does everybody agree with me that was in Greece? The location absolutely blew my mind. Somebody said to me, it's like a honeymoon, somewhere you come on your honeymoon. I'm like, I don't know where you go on your honeymoon, but I could never have afforded to come here. It was absolutely insanely beautiful. Can we hear from the gent that was stood up? We like hearing from the blokes.
Stephen, you said you really, really wanted to speak.
Well, mine's is a strange one because I wasn't actually in Greece.
Oh.
I wasn't allowed to go.
Was it allowed?
No, I wasn't allowed to go.
Okay.
My wife said we'd just had another little boy, and Alexis had qualified. My name's on the business, but she said that unless I got Matt together, I wasn't going. So we've still to qualify for this year, but we've got 3 months to go, and I'm going to be busting my chops so that I'm on that boat.
Amazing, I love that.
Thank you.
So we've still got, like I said, quite a few months to really get the momentum, get the supervisors in, and really push, ready for the boat, because who wants to be on the boat? Okay, moving on. So Global Rally, again, you've got to know what it is that you need to achieve to make this a reality. So we've already started the qualification period. Who blinked and missed the first 28 days of January? Like, where has it gone already? And if you're sat in your business now, in fact, totally forgot what I've just said then. One thing, because I'm trying to remember what I wanted to say about supervisors. When I was in, where did I go? Sweden in November. They've got a complete different culture to us. And they will identify who they want their supervisor to be. Do we agree that in the UK, my supervisors for last year had no idea that it was them? We don't like saying to people, look, I need you to be my 2 supervisors for Eagle. In return, I'm going to help you do X, Y, and Z. I don't think the culture of the UK is that we do that. Whereas there, that is exactly what they do. They said it dates back to, we'll build my house and then we're going to help build yours. So what I would say to you is, let's not be so British about it. And let's say to people at this point now, I need 2 supervisors for Eagle. And I really want it to be you. In turn, I'm going to help you with your launches. I'm going to help you with your one-to-one. Are you prepared to go to work? Can we do it together? And be okay with that commitment, because I think that's something that I took from going away. So back to the rally, we've already started the qualification period. We're already 28 days in. Even if you are not a manager in the room, every single case credit that you are doing right now is going towards this qualification. So you have to, within the year, achieve 1,500 case credits within the 12-month period as a minimum to go. You can qualify at different levels. There's 1,500, there's 2.5, 5,000 case credits, 7.5 plus will then get you into the global leadership team. And at different points, you get different lengths of stay, different amounts of spending money. So my first trip was Singapore. I'd never, ever been anywhere, like I said, other than Lanzarote. So when I got there, I didn't know what to expect. I got a credit card with my name on it. My name on a credit card. The cop in me, the police officer in me, put it on Facebook. Look at me, I have a credit card. And then people started messaging like, you do know you can see the whole of your number? Everybody else had put the finger over the number, not me. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Petrified, I'm like, Stephen needs to go to the bank. I've got to draw this money out. But I had the spending money, so I got to take all of my children, my two teenage stepchildren, and Evie and Stanley, and that was something that we could do and experience together. To watch the children's faces in that infinity pool, you know, you can't put a price on that. I genuinely will never forget that experience. It feels like years ago now, but again, I got to be there. At that point, it was only me and Em from our team that went, created incredible memories. I will never, ever forget it. And we qualified in our first year at 2,500 case credits. And I always tell people, and it's not to show off, but I went into that year not even a supervisor. I started that year on 10 case credits. So when we talk about, no, I don't want you to clap. It's not to get you to clap, it's to say, you know what? Especially here, and we've spoke about it a lot today, you don't understand the potential. That was as a result of head down, full-on focused, hard work. And when I stopped and looked up, I was like, what happened? What? You know, when did that happen? And how have we even ended up on this trip? So I know for lots of you in the room that aren't even manager yet, don't write off this as an incentive that you can't achieve. Why not you? If you're prepared to work for it, why can't you achieve 1,500 case credits in the year? Again, incredible trainings from people around the world, Rolf Kipp, Jane Leach, people that, you know, you don't even believe are real until you see them in the flesh. To get to see Rex and everything that that man stands for. When he came out in Johannesburg to the Lion King song, does anybody else love the Lion King? I'm like, oh my God, this is what I was like meant to do. I cannot believe it. And I stand there and look at what that man has created with one vision. And we worry about not being able to sponsor a few people and do 4 case credits. It really brings to light to me what you are part of, and it makes me incredibly, incredibly proud. So this year we went to Johannesburg, and again, a magical place. Never forget. And it just strengthens my belief in the company and strengthens the friendships that I've made. Stand up if you were in Johannesburg this year. Give them a round of applause. So Yvonne, do you want to start at the front?
So if you can just try and explain what is the feeling of qualifying and getting to go on one of these incredible trips with Forever?
Well, first of all, it's quite difficult to qualify, but it's not just a bit of work in. But when you get these trips, it's quite amazing. One thing I always remember is what Lisa said, was you get this credit card and you can go to an ATM and take money, and it's not even your money. I think it's wonderful. And in Johannesburg, we spent some time there. We actually added on to the trip, went down to Cape Town, which is another thing we'd never done. But with these trips, I've been quite a few of them now. You never go to these places on your own, and you never think of going to Johannesburg for a holiday. But it's a wonderful place. We had a wonderful time there, and we actually came back with money.
Yeah,
we actually spent all that time there. Went down to Cape Town. We came back up again, and we still had money to go home with, which is quite amazing. So it's well worth trying to qualify for them.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much.
Kat, so I was with you in Joburg when you picked up your first cheque. I know what it felt like. Can you give everybody a sense of what the actual chairman's bonus party was like?
Some of you might have seen the video of me opening my cheque actually at Johannesburg, and it kind of went along kind of like that. I had no idea, because I think, like Emma had said, you hear lots of people on stage talking about how great these trips are, but you kind of have a bit of doubt in your mind and you think, maybe they're not as great. They're just trying to create a bit of hype on Facebook, trying to attract more people to their businesses. But actually having experienced it with my husband, it was just incredible. And the party was just out of this world. I cannot wait for this year. It's just so, so exciting. It's amazing. The atmosphere is electric.
Yep.
And my backpack.
Everyone loves a freebie, don't they? Get a free lanyard and you're happy.
I carried my backpack around with me pretty much everywhere I went. Like everywhere I went. And I still do, actually. I rock up to BP's with the backpack. And I told my husband that the money that you got on the card had to be spent there. We couldn't take any money home. It's like, we have to spend it. If you don't spend it, then you lose it. In fact, you told me that. So we did lots of shopping.
Can we stand up? Thank you, darling. Can we stand up if you've qualified to go to Dubai? Massive round of applause. Amazing. So I can't wait to, thank you very much, to experience Dubai. It's somewhere that I've never even looked at because it was somewhere I never thought I'd be able to go. And when I Googled it, I was absolutely gobsmacked. And I cannot wait again to create those memories as a family. My advice would be right now at this point in your business, what tends to happen, and I'm sure you'll agree, that for those of you that aren't going, will watch the rally, you will live stream, you will be angry, you will hate the world. Obviously, you're really happy for everybody, but you're like, oh, I have to be there and I have to do this. And for the rest of April, you will be on it. You will be focused, you will be completely like, I'm doing it, I'm getting to the rally next year. Don't wait till April to feel that hype. Start with that feeling now because you've got 3 months before that happens. Don't wait until April comes and then you think, right, I need to do this. Take that feeling right now and use that in your business. Lastly then, chairman's bonus. You have to be a recognised manager and active in your business. You have to qualify for the Earned Incentive Programme, which is level 1 of Forever to Drive. Within that 12-month period, again, running from January to December, you have to achieve 700 personal and non-manager case credits. That is the part of the business, in my opinion, that you are in control of to make sure that you are helping people progress through the marketing plan. Again, new business, 150 case credits of newly sponsored business owners and everything that they generate within their first 12 months. At this point now, to achieve chairman's bonus, you need a manager within your downline that accumulates 600 case credits total. Goes back to what I said about your supervisor. Identify your 600 leg. Even if they are not yet a manager, get in front of them, tell them how much potential that they've got if you genuinely believe it, and work alongside them to bring them through as manager and help them to achieve those 600 case credits by holding the hands, doing the basics and creating the excitement with them. If you have got a manager that's your 600 leg or potentially can be your 600 leg, tell them that you need their support, and in return, you're going to give them yours. For me, my first chairman's bonus cheque was $12,500. I genuinely felt like I'd won the lottery. George, my stepson, held on to it like he'd earned every penny. We were like the Waltons on stage. Everybody went up in couples or 2s or 3, and all 6 of us went up. But that feeling, like, honestly, it makes my heart skip a beat even now. You cannot put a price on it. I can't believe I've said that without getting emotional. And that was, what, $12,500 2 years ago? Then in Johannesburg, to collect, and I absolutely love that picture, because for me, to be able to say to my husband, like, this is it. This is every night of the week when I'm out, the rows, everything, the moans that I have, because we all have them, this is what it's for, this is worth it. And to look Rex in the eye and say, you've just paid for the deposit for my dream home. You can't put a price on it. In my head, I'm thinking you can put a price on it, $129,000, clearly. But honestly, that feeling of being able to say to one man, thank you, to walk into your house that you never, ever in a million years thought that you'd be able to afford. But you know what? As great as that is, I watched 3 of my friends that I have helped build a business collect their checks. And that is what makes it truly magical and worth every second of the hard work, you know, the no's, the rejection, the negativity. It makes it all worth it. So make chairman's bonus a goal. I qualified for my first cheque in the first 7 months of my business. So I'm here again to say to you, why not you? Why not now? I've got time for one more. Somebody that's achieved chairman's from last year that collected a cheque, and then I've run over a little tiny bit then. So if we've got anybody that collected a cheque in Joburg, and I just want to know how it made you feel and what your top piece of advice to somebody would be. Right, Yvonne, get up. Go on to Lou.
Louise. So Louise, if you can just tell us what it meant. It was your first chairman's bonus cheque, wasn't it? What did it feel like to qualify for the first time? And obviously, more importantly, what did you spend that money on?
Okay. That was loud. It's a bit of a funny one, actually, because I got my first cheque, so it was level 1+1, because the beautiful Nikki got her cheque too, which was amazing. My cheque was just over $8,000, so it was about £5,000. Unfortunately, I bought my ex-husband a car in cash, which he's now traded in, so that's gone. However, I have qualified this year, and the money will buy myself a new car, so yeah. But no, it does, like, as you were saying, I think the best thing is to watch other people doing it. So myself, Nat, Kat, Fiona, we were all at that big party, and to watch other people opening up their cheque, even if it's only the least amount that you can get, it's still huge. Yeah. And it's just a thank you from Rex, and it's unbelievable. And people that are sitting there thinking that you can't do it, all of us were in the exact same position, yeah, and we thought that we couldn't too. So it's amazing. It's the best, in my opinion, it's the best incentive that there is out there, because it's phenomenal.
Perfect.
Well done.
With chairman's bonus, my advice would be, don't aim to get your own cheque. Aim to help as many people as possible to get theirs. Help them change their lives, because in return, it definitely changes yours. Thank you very much.